What is this school? Why had I never heard of it? Yet somehow my parents weren't surprised by the name? Why was I chosen? What's more, how? I never applied to this thing. Why did I even accept to go? ... I guess I was just happy that something had been found for me, and the system always knows best. I mean, it's not as though I dislike it. I find the classwork and homework more than bearable. Oh, winning endorsement. And my first shadowing went okay enough, but is it what I am? Is it what I meant to do? Oh, this is stupid, ... What am I thinking? The oligarchy is infallible. They never make mistakes. Therefore, this must be what's right for me. Even if everything about it is totally weird, ... Cacao! Is that my issue? This is better than what would have happened. When did I start caring so much about my direction? Wait, what am I thinking? I'm supposed to care about that. Still, why should I? How should I know the way to forge my life's path? I'm just 14? I don't even know what I'll be like in 8 years. I shouldn't have to care about this now. ... No, this is really messed up. I'm so messed up, ... Hey, don't get like that, ... I'm sorry I brought it up. Can I get you something to drink? I turned back to glance at David, my nose tip brushing against cloth and sending a tingle across my face. Does she have a nose fetish? Seeing him, I remember again, I'm in another world, as if I didn't have enough worries back home. Now I have a whole new world to worry about here, ... Another world which I had never heard of, but I'm supposed to believe is real? Just because things are here in front of my eyes? So much strange stuff has happened to me that maybe I could just be dreaming it. Is this man even real? Is he really there? Maybe he isn't. I've read that there are illusions. Would I prefer an illusion? Would I prefer this to be a dream? Maybe some sort of virtual reality, ... This whole idea is so ridiculous. What's worst of all? I find myself rather on the fence with this offer for a second drink. It would not be bad, actually, to forget who I am for a little while. Perhaps longer. It would be natural. No, it... ... It would also be dangerous. I force the darker notions aside. Steady the course. I draw my head back into the nest of my arms, hair curling over fingers. And I bring myself up, countenance solemn. No, I think I've had enough. Suit yourself. I will. I look at David. All right? What's next again? I need to figure out the root of the problem, ... It usually has something to do with the troubles of the people, right? I'll just be forward then. Has anything been troubling you lately? Nothing more than usual, I suppose. I'm just here to commemorate the occasion. That wage hike takes a major load off, though it's really not bad that we're still under Gabria's... It's really too bad that we're still under Gabria's boot. You know, I bet they let the bill pass just to avoid revolt. They don't give a shit about us. Wow, poof. ... Gabria, ... That's not this country, is it? Wasn't that ... Ah, the mother country, correct? I think that Brighton shouldn't be, a colony if there's any more. It was labeled as independent in the dossier. I need to know more, ... How might I ask properly, ... Ah! What about, President? He seems to be working for us? He does, right? You know it doesn't matter. He's just a figurehead. He can't do anything without Gabria's approval. Couldn't even raise a military to defend against Ferdia without them kicking up a fuss. Hell, it took 6 months before they let him train a single soldier. I'll give him some credit though. They quit crying about it and have been funding us rightly ever since. Probably realized that if Ferdia took us over, then they'd lose their workhorse. Ferdia is ... a third country sharing a border with Brighton. What was it I read about them last night? ... Don't we have a truce with them or something? It has been around for a while. Yeah, but it's hardly there. Ferdia's never been too afraid to stir up a war or two over some real estate, or over some insult to their forefathers, whatever excuse. Our truce with them is just a piece of paper. If they wanted to, they'd take us down in a heartbeat. Or they would have at least, until we got an army to secure the border. Never know, though. Wow, this guy talks a lot. It's wonderful, I hardly have to say a word. Or at least I would if he didn't seem to want me to respond now. I put on a bit of an angry expression for a second, but then reconsider. Maybe a sad expression would be better? What's my character anyway? Am I being myself here? Wait, no. None of that matters. Just answer! That's terrible. Okay, I need another question. Maybe I should let some of my ignorance show, ... What Why is it like this anyway? You don't know. Hell, I'm not surprised. They practically skip over that in schools. Give it a paragraph, maybe. Sure, they'll tell you Brighton used to be a Gabrian colony that we gained our independence 120 years ago. They just never mention the costs of that freedom. Economic sanctions. Crazy ones! I mean, they weren't always crazy. Back then, minimum wage could feed you, and more. I don't know if a colon's the right choice there. This guy, this author's super punctuation happy. The sanctions haven't changed, though. Haven't adjusted with the dollar's value and cost of living. We screwed up. Got lulled into this false sense of liberty. Got so caught up in the things we could do, we forgot that we can't. Thanks to inflation, those sanctions are making us so poor that they're killing us. I mean, literally killing us. Not a great thing to bring up when there's something to celebrate, but ... I don't even think they're tracking just how many have died trying to live. I know I've definitely lost count. Then, ... is this the root? I mean, it sure does suck that these people are poor. Really? It really sucks, you guys. It's so terrible you're poor. Though, honestly, if they've been this way for so long, they should be used to it. What is poor, exactly? The television was harping on it earlier, and David was harping on it just now, so I figure it must be important, but... you know, it's nonsense to even consider this seriously. Yeah, sure, whatever, lady. I don't understand any of this. The obsession over the economy, the excitement over higher wages, none of it makes sense. Poor is not having a snack. Enough for a snack. Money is a trivial thing. Another thing is that this is not even a major society of the world. That being the case, how come we're dealing with it at all? And Cyrus! What is he thinking dragging me here? Probably only wanted a drink. What can I learn about the whole world from just one person? Not much. Oh, this is so stupid. Stupid! Why is he repeating everything? Ugh, it must be something else! If it's so terrible here, I wonder how it is in Gabria. Complete luxury. They live like kings. Even their bums live better than us. Whoa, this is filthy. A filthy thing to say. It's a damn miracle any of them work at all with how much they get for free. They get fired, the state takes care of it. They're hurt, the state covers it. No job to start with, the state. The state will go to the goddamn moons for its precious Gabrians. Can you believe it? People are starving here, and it's that kind of fucking bullshit that... I wince and raise my shoulders a little. Oh, sorry. It's okay. I don't really take any offense to swear words or rude language, but my dad was never terribly fond of them, and I have grown unused to their bite. The harsher ones, anyway. It's a bit shocking to hear one in that tone, ... I just had to look back at the television. I'm feeling embarrassed on David's behalf for reasons beyond my immediate comprehension. I feel like a lot's beyond your immediate comprehension, Winter. It airs the same sport for all 4 seconds before cutting out. When the picture returns, a twisty and intricate crest, a duck flying over a sword and pickaxe looks like, appears on the screen, set against a noble blue. Could this be a team logo? An address to the audience from the coach and captain? Ooh, I want to see ... I lean back a few feet from the counter until I am supporting myself only slightly with my fingers and mostly with the stool's 2 hind legs. Honestly, the warmth of the beer has not completely dissipated. David, what is that? Holy. George, turn it up. The person who is wiping glasses behind the counter raises his eyebrows slightly and then reaches listlessly for the remote. When it is in his hands, he turns and gives the television a tired glance. The crest on the screen wakes his eyes immediately, and he is soon mashing the volume up. I hear David shifting to my right, and it sounds as though he is turning in the direction of Cyrus and the other man. Clark, get over here. Get over here! Oh, so this is the man's name. Clark. Clark and Cyrus look at David strangely, and then strangely look at one another, and then they begin rushing over, and I find their antics confusing and unwarranted. What is the big deal over this? I can't comprehend the idea that I wouldn't understand something in a strange land. In a few moments, the whole gaggle of men surrounds the television. Even the waiter has stopped cleaning tables to watch, ... I know that sports are popular and all, but this is a little bit much, isn't it? ... This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Please pay close attention to the following message. Oh. The message will begin in 40 seconds. This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Please refer to the content of the message. This will begin in 30 seconds. Goodness, this is it, isn't it? It. The thing. The problem. Oh, no. I'm not ready for this. Clean up. Garbage is one thing. But this is completely another thing. I don't even know what exactly. I search Cyrus's eyes for something to comfort my spirits, but I find nothing, and do not know why I bothered at all. His face is indiscernible, as ever. Accurate. Aside from the serious brow and lip, of course. Inaccurate. Inaccurate? The message will begin in 10 seconds. Crap. The message will now play. Short 10 seconds. The crust vanishes, revealing a man in a suit at a desk. A dapper brown suit and a large brown desk. I imagine he must be important, as the crest from before is quite brazenly carved into the wood of his furniture. As for the man himself, he looks older than Cyrus, which is an ancient at worst and aged 60 at least. He looks very tired. His face is worn and his expression does nothing for the mood. He does have some fake-looking hair, though. That's pretty funny. I almost have a small chuckle, but given the severe expression of my company, I decided it would be best to stifle it. Okay. Sticking with tradition, the leader has to be walking. Brighton, we have endured, as a people, as a country, as a workforce, we have endured these past 120 years. Surely, you're all very, very tired. I, my people, my friends, am very, very tired. The word sobering meant little to me. Oh, this is him again. Still, god dang it. The word sobering meant little to me before this, but I completely understand it at this moment. The way this man carries himself. Oh, it is her. God dang it. But I completely understand at this moment that the way this man carries himself, his speech and his dour voice have all combined to chill the warmth from my head. I set my stool back down and have an actual seat, looking up at the monitor with a certain intensity. The man has me engaged. I'm tired of the media portraying our common man, the fool, an ignorant sort, all too glad to do the deeds of his betters. Tired of these foreign companies providing us work and wages that we will celebrate for only pennies more. Tired of hearing my people say in passing and in normalcy, no, I do not know if we will eat today. Perhaps tomorrow. Brighton, I am tired of our masters. I'm so tired. People of Brighton, we have grown so used to freeing, we've forgotten that we're not free. This chair and this desk, the stage of an office on which I, play my part, is evidence of that. I offer a serious and composed look to Cyrus. If I'm understanding correctly, and I can't say I'm one for understanding much of anything on this world, it seems that this leader here is not as much of a leader as he might like. Which, frankly, I don't quite get, The way leadership works back home, at least on the larger scale, is that several especially intelligent and reasonable people rule over all of us. The idea of power being not enough, or being feigned, seems complicated to me. Like, what's the point? Why the show? I'd like to ask Cyrus about it, but he isn't returning my gaze, and instead remains focused on the television. I suppose I'll just have to keep listening. But I'm not here to tell you the troubles of our state. I am not here to tell you the glory of our fathers. I am here to confirm the quiet whispers through the alleys and the word murmurs of Gabrian elite. Pardon? Consider this threat. People of Gabria, you have 4 hours to comply with my demands, or a nuclear weapon will be launched at your country. That can't be good. Winter, come over here for a minute. I rise and step over to my mentor, feeling surprisingly clear-headed and befuddled all at once. He takes me from the counter, leaving the 3 gentlemen to discuss whatever it is exactly that the man on television just brought up. A nuclear weapon, The hell is that? What does Barnaby think he's doing? Oh, this is Clark. We haven't done Clark yet. We've done the waiter, we haven't done Clark, right? Clark was the guy that Cyrus was talking to. Clark can be... I don't know, can't believe he really did it. What kind of place does he think this is? Sir, could you please break down what just happened? I'm kind of lost here. Cut the music! Winter! I know we've only just arrived, but did you look at the files you were given at all? I did! Have you been paying any attention to anything out here? I have! Why does she turn and fart every time? You have? You have? Then explain who that man is. Explain anything! Don't put me on the spot like that. The leader of Brighton, sir, President Barnaby, he's angry about Gabria. I'm not an idiot, Gracious, why can't I articulate or explain it any better? I just want to clarify some things because I'm shadowing you, ... Sorry, I reacted out of impulse. I forgot how unprepared life in our world can leave us for these things. His tone shook me up quite a bit. I'm shivering a little. I was going to lie and say, I understand, but I'm having a lot of trouble speaking right now. Clearly, how unusual. I want to go home, ... Winter, you may not have realized the severity of this situation. This isn't good semicolon. For once, the extra punctuation is not grossly jarringly out of place. Not to imply it's been used incorrectly, just excessively and unnecessarily. This isn't going to be a community service like your first assignment. I know that, ... Hey, eye straight, Harrison. Oh, turning it up. Allow me to be frank, not Cyrus. Brace yourself, because there may be a lot of dying happening soon. Dying? Blit. Interrupt yourself with an exclamation mark. I'm shocked, honestly, ... I figured those rumors I heard from Clark were only that. Hold it, death? I just thought... No, you didn't. As far as we knew, this world hadn't even developed nuclear weapons yet. What did I think? He said weapon. Am I daft? Very. Though with their strides in utilizing nuclear fusion for electricity, I suppose it was only a matter of time. People are going to die? It's people dying? Just slow it down for a second, ... I suppose that's what comes with our job. Not everything can be done in dossiers. Can be in the dossiers, right? We smooth out the creases and bring chaos to order. Slow it down, calm down. ... Those sudden wars really are rare. War? My mind starts to tumble and my heart tries to explode from my chest. I definitely can't handle this. War isn't something I'm supposed to take care of. Oh, boo-hoo. Shut up. Don't excite the locals. I cover my mouth and raise my shoulders. Of course, they're looking for a war. You can't believe people dying is just a commonality. Do you even think properly? I am finding it incredibly hard to do anything properly right now. Shaking, I turn to see the people at the counter. They thankfully are still engrossed in the president's speech. I look back at Cyrus and speak softly through my fingers. Shouldn't I go home? Yeah. Oh, ... This was supposed to be something like diplomacy. Goes to show you how important it is to get a look at the situation yourself, ... Anyway, if what I heard was right, we don't have the time to get you out of here without causing a scene. It takes 4 hours to get out of here. As you should know, interplanar shifts take longer to prepare than just moving from place to place. Exposition. But I'll protect you no matter what happens, Winter. And you know how to escape if you really must. Yes. I don't know if I want to do that anymore, though. If he is talking about maybe dying... ... Of course, we don't have a lot of time in general. His demands I couldn't care less about, but this deadline... 4 hours... ... Consider this a powerful lesson and come with me. Fade. We proceed to exit the bar without saying goodbye. It seems it is time to get to work. It is too bad that I'm terrified.